hit some anytime goal scorers as well as safe shots on goal for some of these goalies. Give me both teams to score in the first period. That's coming in at plus 185 compared to the over 1.5 that is at minus 120. Okay, you guys ready? Let's make some frickin' money. It's time for Puck It with Jo.
Hey, good morning and happy new year, everyone. It's 2025. I'm Jo of SportsGrid. You're watching a Puck It with Jo over here on SportsGrid TV. Now, I know it's not noon Eastern. It is now 1:15 Eastern, and my apologies. Traffic wasn't feeling the best this morning, so I needed a couple extra minutes with him before we kicked off on this show. Kicking off the new year here, we only have one game out there on the ice, and I sure hope you made some freaking money last night out there on the ice. Calgary came to call. They answered the money line, getting the win 3-1 over the Vancouver Canucks. So great game. We also had the Anaheim Ducks. The Anaheim Ducks cashed us that big plus money, getting the win yesterday versus the New Jersey Devils, who are back in action today. Now, we did lose on the Sharks. That was a tough loss for the San Jose Sharks, not even able to put up a goal in their game last night. But we've got one great game to go over here. And then tomorrow, we'll be back with another full slate of hockey. I'm excited for this new year, you guys. I hope this new year brings you all the happiness in the world out there, all the success in the world, and your family. Tons of love to each and every one of them. So let's jump in to this first game, the New Jersey Devils taking on the LA Kings. These teams already matched up this season, you guys, and we did see the Devils in the middle of December get that 3-0 win. We see heavy trends to the under when these two teams do face up versus each other. Now, looking at tonight's matchup, Jake Allen expected here for the Devils and Darcy Kuemper for the LA Kings. Neither of them have fantastic numbers. Darcy Kuemper has not been able, versus each other. Darcy Kuemper has not been able to record a win versus Devils in his career. He's played 9 games. He's got 0-5-0, so he's been yanked from some of those games. He's got come in as well. He's got a 2.70 goals against average, a 912 save percentage versus Devils. So those are his numbers. When we look at Jake Allen on the road versus the Kings has gone 3-4. Jake Allen in his career versus the Kings has gone 3-5-1 in 10 games with a 2.58 goals against average and a 919 save percentage. So 919 save percentage. So we do have solid numbers out here, but not enough to tell me that one goalie is the hotter goalie between these two when they match up. I do think the Kings at home is where you want to look. I actually love them in this position. Like I said, the Devils played Anaheim last night. We called it on Anaheim last night, and the Ducks were quacking. I thought the New Jersey Devils would be looking ahead to this standalone game today. Their defense is going to come out super strong, especially allowing the Ducks to put up 3 goals in that slate yesterday. But we know the Kings defense can answer back as well. These teams love to lock down. So looking at the odds, looking at what FanDuel is giving us, we got a total of 5.5. To the over, it's minus 122. To the under, it's coming in at plus 100. When we look at the sides, even though the New Jersey Devils are on the second night of a back-to-back, this team's sitting in the top, I think they actually moved to second in the Metro, second in the Pacific here for the LA Kings. When we look at them sitting here on the second night back-to-back, the books are still making you lay juice on the New Jersey Devils at minus 120. And yes, they have so many playmakers out here. But you look at the LA Kings at home. The LA Kings have been so hot at home. They're coming in at plus 100. Now, if you want to play around with that puck line, I would caution you on the New Jersey Devils, because the New Jersey Devils on the second night of a back-to-back haven't been able to cover that puck line in their last 5 in this situation. But if you lay a goal and a half with them, if you think this is a 3-1 win again for the Devils, like that would have cashed in December, that's coming in at plus 205. The Kings is unbettable, plus 1.5. It's coming in at minus 260. So not a place you really want to jump in on there, but I'm looking at a couple of things. Looking at the Devils going into last night, they were 12-6 on the road, so they are now 12-7 on the road. And the LA Kings are 12-2-1 at home. They've been so strong at home, and I do think they come out strong in this one. Now, they've won their last 7 home games, and they've had strong trends in the first period, and that's where I'm going to look at the LA Kings. I'm going to look at the first period here. They are 13-7-16 in the first period on the season. So 13 wins, 7 losses, 16 pushes. So a money line bet here, while we don't want to like really get our money back, at least it's not a loss. Looking at the money line on the Kings, the money line coming in at -106. When we look at the first period at home, it's even stronger than overall in the season, you guys. 7 wins, 2 losses, 6 pushes. I love my chances of cashing the LA Kings in the first period here. Yes, it's -106 on the money line, and yes, the New Jersey Devils are going to lock down on the defensive side, but you look at Kempe, you look at Kopitar, you look at their ability to get the puck in the back of the net on Jake Allen, who doesn't have strong numbers versus the Kings. So I'll take the Kings first period money line. If you want to do the alt puck line, I expect them to cover that. So when you initially will look at that first period puck line, it will show you plus a half a goal for the LA Kings for that first period. And then you're going to have to alt that to laying the half a goal because you want to get them up 1-0 going into the second. And I think it's possible. Now, could we have a 0-0 first period? We absolutely could. And that's why I think playing the money line on the Kings in the first period is better. You'll get that push. But you can play around with both of those. First period record on the road for the New Jersey Devils, they've gone 7-5-6. So this is a team that, they've won 7 first periods, lost 5 first periods, and pushed 6 of them. Not too worried here. They did allow the Ducks to get up in the first period yesterday before fighting their way back. Troy Terry got us that nice goal. So hopefully you guys cashed with that. And Cam Fowler, that outdoor game, you guys, if you didn't bet him, man, you would have been kicking yourself because he ended up with 2 goals and an assist. I believe he came out so phenomenally strong in that outdoor game, St. Louis versus Chicago. So my play here is the Kings first period. The problem is with the Kings, you guys, if we see those penalties, if the Kings are in the box, they are going to fall apart in this matchup. The Devils power play converting at 30.1%, second best overall in the league. Strong kill at 83%. And when we look here at the Kings, they got a weak power play. It's only converting 16.7% of the time. Their kill is decent at 81.3%. So they have to be careful with that. When you look at points in this game, if you like the Devils, 100%, look at those power play points today. You're going to get the most value looking at the power play points for the New Jersey Devils, and it's strong, second best in the league. So Jack Hughes coming in at plus 280. Jasper Bratt at plus 300. Nico Heischer coming in at plus 300 as well. So those would be your 3 playmakers I'd look at. For the LA Kings, I wouldn't look at the power play, but I'd go back to what I normally do with the Kings. You look here at Kempe and Kopitar parlayed together for a point. It just makes so much sense, you guys. Parlaying the 2 of them comes in at plus 102, and these are the main playmakers for the LA Kings. Now, Kevin Fiala, yes, he is being strong out there as well. If you want to do Kempe, Kopitar, and Fiala in a 3-leg same game parlay, that's coming in at plus 212 for the 3 of them. Same game, same team parlay that would be. So you can look at those guys. For the goal tonight, I will look here at Kempe to get the goal. He's coming in at plus 195. For the LA Kings. Now, if you're looking at the Devils and who I would look at, you're getting so much value on Timo Meier. I like Timo Meier coming in at plus 240. I think he has every ability to light the lamp. Again, I think it's going to be a harder game out here for the Devils on that second night of a back-to-back. So that is where I would be looking. You've got longer shots here. I'm just trying to see the value on these longer shots. Dougie Hamilton, we hit him once for a long shot. I'm not sure I love him today versus the Kings. He's coming in at plus a 550. So I would probably stay off any of those long shots. I just think this is going to be a hard game. But Happy New Year to each and every one of you. Oh, you're from Penn State. That is awesome. Happy New Year for sure. No goal in the first 10 minutes. Yeah, that is a great bet, Big Brown. Now, betting those goals in the first 5 minutes always gives you value, and no goals in the first 10 minutes gives you so much value. You don't want to bet a goal in the first 10, but Big Brown throwing out this no goal in the first 10 minutes is such sweet. Plus money at plus 105. And I think this has a great opportunity of cashing for sure. So I like that one, you guys. Nice call on that. Good morning to each and every one of you. Yeah, that first period, that's where I'm going. LA Kings first period, get in and out of the first period of this game. Now, one thing I will note, again, in hockey, for any new hockey bettors, the overreaction of the lines. When a team goes up 1-0, even in the first period, you can play around with hedging your bet. Something Scott Wet so really does a lot when we do in-game live. And the overreaction in hockey is always great. So if you look at the underdog going into it, grabbing them at that plus money and then coming back in on the favorite at plus money when they go down. We sometimes see that happen in hockey, and the overreaction, like I said, is more so. So if in this game the Kings go up 2-0, I do think this is a 1-goal game, you guys, instead of, a puck line win here. Sorry, I've got the Texas game on. So Texas, Arizona State, you guys, this is going to be absolutely crazy. I really hope Scatterboot goes off in this game and keeps it tight with Texas. Quinn Ewers just hasn't looked like himself. Anyway, so watching that overreaction is huge. Make sure you watch her at live betting hockey. It's always profitable to look at that dog to come back. We know puck luck happens in the first period. Teams do have the ability to come back, make it a tighter game than we originally see in that first period. And sometimes teams are just playing awful. So you got to really watch those games and make sure as Texas gets the touchdown. So Texas hits the board first here, you guys, for this bowl game out here. Quinn Ewers passing touchdown to Moore Jr. This is great. Okay, you guys, I'm going to go watch this game. Recap. Kings first period on the money line, -106. I don't hate that puck line. Reverse puck line, though, laying a half a goal. And then I would look at campaign Kopitar parlay. If you like the Devils, the power play points, Jack Hughes for the power play point. Should be a nice and easy cash for us today. But you guys, all the best in all of your bets. We'll be back at the right time tomorrow, noon Eastern. So make sure you join me here, and we'll go over each and every single one of these games. So all the best. Happy New Year's. I am so glad that you guys are all here with me for another new year here over on the grid. We will be here live every day of the hockey season. So we'll chat soon, you guys.
Hit some anytime goal scorers as well as safe shots on goal for some of these goalies. Give me both teams to score in the first period. That's coming in at +185 compared to the over 1.5 that is at -120. Okay, you guys ready? Let's make some frickin' money. It's time for Pocket with Joe.